You know when you're hiking around and then something just catches your eye and you're like, holy crap, this is in my camp. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure if it's alive. Oh man, it's so weird. We are making our way to Quartzsite. I'm really just enjoying my time here. This is a really cool place. And I have a good cell signal, so I've been working on getting some videos uploaded for you guys. We are taking a totally new way, a new path down to Quartzsite from the north. I've never driven this way before, so we're gonna see some stuff that that I haven't seen. It's mostly just gonna be open desert. We're gonna go through Nevada. And I've camped a lot in Nevada before, but only on the western side of it. And we're gonna go like right down the middle. It makes me a little bit nervous going a different direction. Definitely more nervous. Just because you think about like breakdowns, stuff like that, like where do you get supplies? I don't have a bunch of pinpoints along the way, where I know I can camp or where I know supplies are, things like that. So what I did is I figured I'd need to stop at least a couple times for gas until I get down to Vegas. And once I'm in Vegas, then I know some places around there for supplies, like Costco and stuff like that. So I pinpointed a couple gas stations along the way because there's really not much. It's just small towns we're gonna be going through. And I think it's just a single lane highway all the way down. So that's gonna be a little rough as far as driving, and then you're worried about people passing you, not going too slow. And I go pretty slow. I mean, I rarely go over 60 miles an hour at the most, So knowing that, well, if I can make it to this point, then I can get gas, then I know at least there's a couple places I can get gas. I won't run out of gas. That's what I'm thinking about, is running out of gas. Because it's so sparsely populated, the areas that we're going to be going through. And that makes me feel a lot more confident. Now, as far as like picking campsites, I haven't really looked at all in this area. And usually I use the iOverlander app to find campsites. So I know there's tons of BLM land where we're going, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of places to camp, but I want to find some really nice off the beaten path kind of places to camp that feels safe to me. So we'll see. I'll show you guys some of how I use iOverlander. Like, I'll put it up on screen when I start using that app and finding locations, because I know you guys are always asking me about how do I find campsites when I'm in areas that I don't know. That's how I found this place right here. We'll see what happens in the rest of this video. I'm editing. I'm editing a lot of videos. When you're hiking around and you're just walking and you look at the ground a lot because you're trying not to trip, and then something just catches your eye and you're like, holy crap. For me, it's like usually a rattlesnake that I'll see. I got a lot of videos of me finding rattlesnakes on this channel. I made a playlist about me running into rattlesnakes. But this is in my camp. Oh my God. I don't know what this is, but someone out there is going to know what this is. I'm not sure if it's alive. I've never seen this before. It creeped me out, and it's actually really gross. Oh man, it's so weird. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what this is. I'm going to try not to be a wimp about it. If it moves, it's going to freak me out. Because I don't know if it like moves fast or slow. Oh my God. I'd rather it be like a scorpion or a tarantula. Freaking weird. The dogs don't seem to, I guess they didn't notice. But I'm just sitting here editing a video for you guys. And check this out. You guys are going to think this is really funny, probably. I don't know what this thing is. It's so gross. It looks totally alive, but it's not moving. I think it's some sort of cricket. It's very big. It's about 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches long. Oh, it's moving. Oh my God. It's so fat and beefy. Yeah, it's totally moving. That's so gross. Oh my God, I'm gonna touch it with a stick. There's no sticks out here. But I want to see like how fast it moves. Insects, you know, I'm not really like afraid of spiders. Like I was saying, like I'd rather that it was a tarantula, because you know they're creepy or whatever, but I'm not really afraid of them. But something about that thing, it's like, oh, it just looks like part human or something. It's just a really gross looking insect. There's no sticks. I have no sticks around here. I got a walking stick here in the truck. Yeah, it's cold here. We're making our way to Quartzsite. My dad made me this walking stick. It's from a saguaro rib. So we're going to use this to poke this cricket thing. It's like half dead or something. So gross. Yeah, it looks like some kind of a cricket thing. I'll give you a close shot since I know it's not going to jump up at me. It's about a mile hike down here. And I tested Dodger yesterday. We went about half the distance down here and back just to make sure, you know, he's still up for it. And man, he's still got it. I'm realizing it takes him about a quarter mile before he warms up. And then he's hiking, you know, pretty normally. You know, he's still got the bad leg, but other than that, he's still happy about hiking after about a quarter mile. His joints get warmed up and he does pretty good. So I'm excited to bring him down here where he has not seen yet. I know he doesn't really care that much, but I'm excited to see him in a new environment. Down here, we're gonna stay out of the burrs, which are out over here. Come on, Echo. Yeah? You're a good dog, Dodger. All I brought down here was my fanny pack. And I do have a little bit of water in here. He's probably a little thirsty. Wow. so happy that he can come down here with us. Let's see if he'll drink. Good boy. I didn't really want to record today. I just kind of wanted to do our hike without having to think about it. But then I realized Dodger's not going to be doing hikes for much longer. I mean, just as it is, like, I'm kind of pushing it. But it's a pretty easy road to get down here. You know, it's a little rocky, but it's also sandy, which he can do that just fine. It's going to be steep going back, so I'm going to make sure we take a little time here for him to rest. But he won't lay down. He'll just kind of wander around down here. Echo, come on. So at least I can get him hiking around on camera. Echo, come here. You want some water? You want water? But this place, I mean, you can look at it and say, you know, there's not much around here. It's pretty desolate, because it is desolate. But, I mean, there's water here. We don't run into water a whole lot. In our travels. So, for me, I mean, that's epic. And I was thinking today, the things that make me like a place the most, you know, because we're camping full time. I'm always going to the same spots or finding new spots. And this is a new spot for us. You know, safety comes first and that usually means like what kinds of people are camped in the area, you know? Is it going to be a bunch of druggies? Is it dirty and trashy? Is it kind of sketchy? And so if it's not safe, you know, I'm not going to camp there. It also includes things like, you know, animals and plants and stuff like that for the dogs, you know, is it safe for them? That's usually not an issue. But then what I'm looking for after safety is peace and quiet. How quiet is the place? And this place is at least right down here. The highway is about 4 miles off that way. So from camp, I mean, you cannot hear it. You can almost kind of just barely hear it. But I don't even count that. It's basically dead silent. Down here, it's dead silent. I mean, there's not even any birds down here. So it has that real, like, desolate kind of feeling. But having the right gear, and, you know, this is all I brought down here. It's just this. So I got my pepper spray in here. I got a first aid kit. I always try to bring a first aid kit if I'm with the dogs. I guess just because I'm thinking about them, but I've never used it. Maybe a couple times to pull like a thorn out of their paw. And I mean, that's it really. You know, the places that I camp, they're not going to be for everybody. This is kind of one of those places. I'm watching Dodger. I don't want him to walk on this shale. I'm surprised he's kind of coming up here. He shouldn't. He's still coming. You know, a lot of people look for like really epic spots, like with the epic views and landscapes, and those places are really cool, but they tend to be like the really popular places. And so when I'm looking for a place that's peace and quiet, I'm thinking about usually how many people are going to be camped there. And you know, a lot of times I don't know. I had no idea about this place. I thought there'd be other campers out here, but there's nobody out here. And like all day yesterday in front of our camp, we're on like the main road coming in here. 0 cars. Nobody came by at all. All day, all night, nobody came by. And the other days we've been camped here, it's like maybe 2 or 3. And that's on a Saturday, on a weekend. So that guarantees your quietness. It also will generally guarantee the peace that you feel. And for me, like having just a flat landscape, when I come outside and there's nothing around me, you know, everything's natural, and it's even if it's super flat and just bare desert, that to me feels epic. Like it feels so epic because I'm there by myself with everything I own, me and the dogs, and for miles it's just all natural. And that's what I get here, but also I'm getting these cliffs. I'm getting different sort of types of landscape. You know, there's this chunky shale stuff, then there's this kind of swampy beach area with water. I mean, there's an actual lake here. And then the mountains in the background. It's just, to me, it's epic. Other people would probably only want to be camped here a night or two and then they'd move on. It's just your perspective. But that's what's cool about traveling is you can end up where you want to end up. And when you get somewhere, you can leave if you want to leave. I don't want to leave this place, but I'm going to. I keep telling myself tomorrow I'm going to leave and keep heading south. Let's get Dodger off of this shale here. I'm surprised he came up here because he usually, if the terrain's kind of sketchy, he'll stay back on his own. You see, he really should not be on this. Come on, Dodge. Come on. It's easier down here. Come on, Dodge. Come on. He's apprehensive about coming down. He did really good there. I'm really impressed with you, buddy. Now, back in the day, Dodger would be climbing all over that stuff easily. So I'm actually really impressed to see him do that little bit there. Because he's over 18 years old. If you guys can believe that. You're a good boy. It's kind of mucky here, but it's not bad. There's deer prints. So they probably come out here in the morning. You'll see in the comments and, you know, just people that I talk to, they say, why would you want to camp there? There's nothing to do there. And, you know, it just depends on your perspective. I see their perspective. But the truth is, like, I'll give you an example. A place like this, I mean, you're just hiking around. I mean, you can fish and hunt and stuff like that, but I don't do that. So I'm just hiking around with my dogs and looking at the plants and animals. And you saw me find that weird insect. And I look at the droppings and the tracks in the ground. All of that kind of stuff intrigues me. And every place is different. And so being in these different places, I notice that. I notice the differences of the places. And the thing is that it's all natural. Now this lake, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's you know, it's been dammed, so it's not technically a natural lake. You know, and if you look, you know, a couple miles from our camp, you might see like a few power lines and things like that. But there's no structures, and there's not even anybody camped out here. So I feel wild, like it feels wild. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. When I turn off the camera, then, you know, it all hits me. And it would be boring, I think, for a lot of you guys. Then again, I guess if you're watching this video, maybe you would find it as intriguing as I do. Because as I hike around, like I see these just like little valleys or just like a little wash, and I'm like, oh, I want to go down there. Probably nobody's been down there in years. And, you know, the truth is you get down there, it's probably just the same as every other little nook and cranny around here. But you never know. You might find something. And that happens to me all the time. I always find something that I've never seen before. And so I'm gaining, like, knowledge. I dig it. I really dig it. You can hear the water. I guess for me, I'm not sick of this kind of stuff anymore. I mean, I'm not sick of it yet. It always feels new to me still. Well, I just want you guys to think about that when you're camping, everybody likes to camp in different areas. And I don't mind if there's other campers around, especially if they're like off in the distance. But when I get to these places where there's nobody around, it just feels like I'm the only person on Earth or something. It's kind of eerie. But it's like I'm on a different planet. That's the best way to explain it. It's like I feel like I'm on Mars or something. And I don't know, I like that feeling. give you guys a little insight on how I find places like this. Basically, I mean, for this place, I used the iOverlander app. And you know, they don't sponsor us or anything. In fact, I don't even use the paid, they have a paid membership on there. So the way they have it set up now, you can download all the pins one state at a time. So for example, right now I'm in Idaho, but I'm just a few miles from Nevada. And when I go into Nevada, then I'll download the Nevada map. And then you have to delete the Idaho one. And I'll show you guys in a video how I use the app to find new places, because I'm going to be doing a lot of that because we're taking a new route to get down to Quartzsite. But for me, I mean, I was a little nervous just about the idea of taking a new route down to Quartzsite, because I have a few routes now and I have pins all along that show me, oh yeah, this dump works. This is a good place to get water. This is a good place to get propane. These are good rest areas. And I have like little tips for myself for all these little stops, all these different places I can camp. I've camped here on this date and it was like this, like all these little notes. So I feel really comfortable when I take my normal paths. When I do like what I'm doing now, where I'm taking a new path, you know, I've been a nomad for a few years now, but it kind of puts me back into that original feeling that I had, where you don't know what's to come. You don't know what it's going to be like. You don't know what the road is like. You don't know any of the stops along the way, any of the services you're going to need. And I mean, I guess I'm just kind of a wimp about it. I've become really comfortable with my route, and I do find new places along that general few routes that I have. So I'm not always camping at the same places, but I do camp a lot in the same areas. And that, you know, that feels really comfortable. Look at Mr. Echo's laying down. Dodger's already starting to hike back. So to be truthful, I was pretty nervous. And even just driving in on the road to this campsite where we are right now, it made me, you know, nervous. Like really, because I don't understand the roads or the area. And so it's all new. And when I was starting out as a nomad, I would get that feeling all the time. Now that I've been here, and even like I was telling you guys last video, I talked to a BLM ranger, and he told me where there's, supposedly he said it's an even better place to camp in the same area. So now I have two spots along this new route that I'm making, and it's like, I feel like I'm collecting campsites. I mean, I guess that's literally what I'm doing, is I pin those on my Google Maps, and then I know if I'm on this road, if I'm driving by, I know all about these certain little areas. And for me, that feels like home. And when you look at my map of routes, I have a lot of homes. I like that. So every time I add a new spot, I feel like I made an achievement. It's kind of like a video game, or like collecting baseball cards or something. You're collecting campsites. You probably can't tell on camera how steep this is, but I'm making Dodger work for it today. And he's doing really good. He is slow, but steady. I mean, he's absolutely steady. I should clarify that. His pace is steady. His balance is, you know, he's not falling over, but he's a little rickety. Sorry. Sorry, Dodge. But I'm super impressed with you, buddy. What a good dog. He knows from our backpacking days to pace himself, and so I always try to tell him, you know, that we're going back to camp, so he knows the distance, and so he knows how to pace himself, so he doesn't get too worn out too quick. And we're almost back at camp. Good boy. You want water? Yeah, I know what you're waiting for. These guys always get a treat when we get back from a hike. And a lot of the treats they get are from you guys, our subscribers. Make sure you guys are subscribed. If you're not subscribed to our channel, then you'll miss some of our videos and you won't get notified of our live streams. These are from Arizona. That's what it says on the gift receipt. Pork chomps. So thank you, Arizona, for sending us these. I'm going to dip these in peanut butter. Sit. Echo. Yes. Dodger. Thank you, Arizona. That's what Dodger says. Good dog. You can still chew. Pretty good, buddy. Echo. Go lay down. I walk away for 1 second and he takes the whole jar, huh? And if you're wondering, yes, I did mark the jar. Okay, so, you know, don't do what I do. Eesh.